In this video, I'm going to demonstrate one method of crocheting a basic granny square in one color. This is a great beginner pattern that lets you practice how to double crochet, chain, and slip stitch. To start off, you're going to need some yarn and a crochet hook. I also encourage you to have a pair of scissors handy and a yarn needle to weave in your ends. First thing you have to do for this pattern is to create a slip knot. So to do that, take the tail end of your yarn, wrap it around your middle and index finger, then take your crochet hook, hook the back tail end of your yarn and pull through, creating that knot, and then loosely tighten that onto your hook. Now we're ready to create our foundation circle. So to do that, we're going to chain 6. So we yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And then we're going to connect these chains into a circle by slip stitching into our first chain that we created. So take our crochet hook, go into that first chain under the top 2 loops. Notice that back loop is still there. And then I'm going to move that tail into the back, and I'm going to yarn over and pull through all loops. Okay, so there I have my foundation circle. All right, to begin my first row, I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and that's how you're going to begin each of your rows. Then I'm going to double crochet into this foundation circle 2 times. So I'm going to yarn over, go into the hole, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2. Again, I'm going to yarn over, go into the circle, and create a second double crochet. So there I have a cluster of 3. Technically 3 double crochets because this initial chain 3 counts as a double crochet. Then I'm going to create my first corner by chaining 3. And then I'm going to double crochet 3 times into the circle again. All right, so that pattern of chain 3, 3 double crochet continues around and repeats until we get to the end where we're going to have to finish our row by chaining 3 and then joining our row. So I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to continue going around and I'll show you at the end of the row. All right, so here I am at the end of row 1. I just have to do my last chain 3, 1, 2, 3 to make my corner, and then I'm going to finish my row by slip stitching in the 3rd chain of my initial chain 3. 1, 2, 3. So put my hook into the top loops of that chain, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through all. Okay, so to begin my second row, I'm going to chain 3, just like you would for any other row. And then this is a little different. I'm going to double crochet into the corner hole to the right of my slip stitch. So I yarn over, go into that corner hole, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 more. There's my first double crochet, and I'm going to do that one more time. So in total, I'm going to have 2 double crochets, not including that initial chain 3. Then I have this 3 cluster that I have to get over, so I'm going to chain 1, and then I get back to a corner hole. So your corners are always going to be the same pattern. It's going to be 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 double crochets back into that corner hole. So that's going to be your corner pattern for every row, every corner. Every time you get to a corner, that's what you're going to do. Okay, so I'm going to repeat that pattern all the way around until I get to the end, and then I'll show you how to move on to row 3. All right, so here I am at the end of my second row. I just have to do my last chain 3. And then slip stitch into the 3rd chain of my initial chain 3 here. So 1, 2, 3. And then again, I am going to chain 3 to begin my 3rd row. And as before, I'm going to double crochet into that corner hole to the right of my slip stitch 2 times. So that's 1, 2. And you may have to move the stitches over to get it to be flat. Then I have another chain or another double crochet cluster, so I'm going to chain 1 to get over that. And then this is where it's a little bit different in this row. Now we have these side holes. So every side hole you come across, you're going to do 3 double crochets into it. So that's 1, 2, 3. All right, then I'm going to chain 1 again to get over this cluster. And now I'm back to my corner, and remember every corner is 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 3 chains, and then another 3 double crochets into that corner. So every corner that you do is going to follow that same pattern. Okay, so I'm going to follow that same pattern all the way around my 3rd row, and in the end I'll show you how to join your final row and how to finish your block. Alright, so here I am at the end of my 3rd row. All I have to do is my chain 3, 1, 3, and then I'm going to slip stitch in the 3rd chain of my initial chain 3 to finish my row. Now if I'm done with my block, I just want to make it 3 rows. Now I can just pull up my loop, remove my hook. Then you want to take your scissors, give yourself enough of a tail to weave in, snip that yarn, and then you're just going to feed that tail end of your yarn through the loop and pull. So there we have a finished granny square. You do want to take your yarn needle and weave in your ends. And then once you do that, it'll look something like this. Thank you for watching this video on how to make a basic granny square.